But so right now we are getting ready to hop on to this game for the final game of today for day 3 between Eggs on Toast and the Fat.
So this is going to be very exciting. The final game of this week 1 of NSI 2022 group stage. This is the final game. This is going to be the Fat's first game in this entire tournament. And, once this game is over, we'll see everyone. An invade is being set up. Sylas might get caught out here. This is 5, right? If they walk around, they might catch out the Sylas depending on where he goes. Let's see if this happens, right? They ward there. They might catch out the Sylas and they might spot him. And just like that, we do get the Sylas. He gets bound and he gets hooked back. And the first blood over to the Kaisa. Huge. And this is going to make this lane dominant bot lane, Kaisa Nautilus, become even more oppressing in lane.
Welcome back, ddongjp to NSI. And then they just straight up go with a 5-man invade there. It worked out in the end. Both teams were responding at the opposite sides. It's just unfortunate that Sylas was the one left there to watch the entrance. So, I mean, in terms of gold, it went to the right person. Kaisa now having that longsword in lane, getting that reset too, and not missing out on any EXP. So that's huge because, as we know, Kaisa does depend a lot on that Q isolated damage, especially if upgraded later into the game for just a lot of solo 1v1 potential. So we'll see a lot of that Noon Quiver pickaxe into 2 longsword builds. Usually it is that Kraken Slayer PD build that allows that allows the Q level up. But we saw this matchup before, the Sylas into Lissandra. Last time around, it was the Sylas that won. So let's see if that level 1 death on the Sylas does put this matchup into the other side of the scales.
We might see something happen here. Nautilus is healthy enough to look for a hook. And, he does get hit by the Lulu. But we do see an early Sleeper Trinket by the Nautilus. Great for controlling the vision around bot side, right? Denying any of that vision from the Fat to make sure that their jungler has an easy or a much easier lane into being able to come in. Nautilus might go in here. He does the flash, gets that auto on for the root, gets that hook onto a great hit onto the Twitch. The Twitch has go so low. Flash for flash overall, but Tahm Kench also bullying this Gnar, bringing him down to half HP. Great level 2 play by this Tahm Kench, as well as a great level 2 play by the Nautilus.
I mean, the Fat bot lane not respecting the level 2 of the Eggs on Toast bot lane there. But as you saw there, the reason why they actually couldn't fully kill the Twitch was actually because the Q, rather than all going to the Twitch, instead went to the wave. So a little bit mispositioning coming up. Kaisa there is spotted here. So...
Great ward by, I believe, yes, it should be Kaisa that would have placed that down since Nautilus has a sweeper. So great ward overall, making sure that they don't get ganked here. Lee Sin might look for an over-the-wall play here, has the ward, goes in, lands the Q, manages to get the hit, gets the slow, and the root by the Lissandra to secure the kill, and Lee Sin gets away scot-free as well. No response from the Fat.
Yeah, ddongjp not having the best of starts to this new tournament here is one of the third place members. He was their mid laner if I remember correctly.
Flashing in again, getting that auto. Same exact combo onto the Twitch. Twitch using his cleanse for the auto attack, but does not get to cleanse the pullback and the ignite used. But once again, making sure this Twitch is low, and Twitch does not have either of his potions left. This is going to be a very, very miserable laning phase for the Twitch.
So far, this Twitch has been saved 2 times now by his very own way. First was tanking a little bit of the Q. Second was tanking the W for this Twitch. So Twitch just getting to live twice now by a very good engage from Skibby. As we know, Skibby is one of those early game supports that just knows how to impact the map really quick. And what we're seeing here is he's impacting this bot lane insanely well, allowing Trust Your Sense to just be ahead in this bot lane. And yeah, I mean, as we talked about earlier, this Lissandra, who lost the matchup last time, is suddenly now ahead 1-0-1 to this Sylas, but Sylas is staying toe-to-toe on gold.
Oh, they are roaming together here. They might look for they're just going to clear some vision. They might look for an invade. They are together. Bot lane of Eggs on Toast is a little bit extended here, and there's no vision for them to catch this. They are engaging onto the bot lane, but it looks like they're going to be able to respond. They are moving forward. Lulu getting some hits onto the Kaisa. Kaisa is now in a bad position. They can't dash away because of that Poppy. Poppy flashing in, but Kaisa, great flash. Using the Kaisa. Oh, and they get a kill onto the Poppy. Great play by the Nautilus as well, using the Poppy to propel him forward and get back towards the tower. And oh, what a botched gank by the Fat, and a great play by Eggs on Toast.
a little bit unfortunate they're coming out from the fact because they could have just focused on this Nautilus and gotten the kill, but instead, Poppy went for the Kaisa, who actually timed that flash perfectly, pushing her towards the turret, and then the Nautilus hook landing, just guaranteeing extra CC and extra stacks onto that Poppy, who, if we look at the Kaisa, has the
Gnar
pickaxe.
might get cut here. Does get hit by the knockup. Oh, and has to flash away from the knockup. Great play by the Tahm Kench. I did also notice Tahm Kench has. But pulls back the Lulu, manages to get her in time, gets it slow onto the Lulu. Kaisa is now looking forward, does not have flash to catch up to this. Lulu is trying to escape here, but she's just stuck by herself. Their auto's going down here. I mean, doesn't matter if she gets killed by the tower. Oh, the disrespect. No, and they take out the Lulu.
Yeah, and they do take out this Lulu too. I mean, this Kaisa is now 2-0-1, so ahead in this lane. Should be looking for that Q evolve once hits level 9, gets that Noon Quiver and all that. Kaisa is the richest person in this game right now, and yeah, this is going really well for EggsonToast with their top 4 members being that. I mean, their support has more gold than the mid laner of the fact. That explains how.
I mean, he is a part of 3 kills, right? 1 kill to Listas. So it makes sense.
Also, the Sylas has died 2 times, so that is.
Oh, we see a fight happening here. Gnar is managing to kite out the Tahm Kench. That's one of the biggest advantages in this matchup, right? If Tahm Kench does not manage to land his Qs, he does not get that healing back. We do see Nautilus around. He does have the Hex. He does have his regular flash available, actually. Might look for a kill here onto the Sylas once again, bringing it down to 0-3. But we'll have to see if Sylas commits to this or if he respects the fact that there is no vision on the bot lane of EOT.
Yeah, I mean, the Sylas knowing that they're just they're probably taking the dragon here, so I'll play safe. They are around definitely without seeing this bot lane, so just elects to just play safe, looking at the pings there, knowing that, oh, okay, there might be someone there, so just play safe, not wanting to go 0-3 in this, especially in this early game. But if we look over at the items of the Poppy, has the Sheen, so most likely we'll go towards that Divine Sunder. Poppy is known for one of those like junglers that is a pocket pick that does a lot of damage, but at the same time is super tanky if put on the right hands. And this ball lane is just getting shoved in again and again. But the fact that this Kaisa and Nautilus has been in this position for almost the whole game and going unpunished is just showing how ahead this EggsonToast team is.
We do see that the Lulu has a Kindle Gem in her inventory. Not a Kindle Gem, sorry. What's that called? Yes. But it is Kindle Gem, right? Yeah, okay. So she will be building either towards the Shirelias, I believe, or either a Shirelias, or we could see the Moonstone Renewer. It's also possible she'll go Mandate, as the slows from her Q as well as her Polymorph count towards all of that. But at the end of the day, I believe Shirelias and Moonstone are more well-known picks, and the Shirelias will be really good as well for her team, right? The Sylas, even the Twitch, right? Even as a disengage tool, it's a great power, that move speed, that will allow them to either engage or disengage as needed. So we do see Poppy going around again. Same type of gank as last time. There is no flash available on the Kaisa this time. That being said, Poppy did have to use her flash last time as well, but she does have a Hex Flash available. She does not elect to go for it, but she uses the Hex Flash to go over Frogs. But they're going in, and I believe, they must have been called missing. And it looks like they're going to elect to play it safe. Poppy backing away, and Sylas coming back mid, realizing that this gank will probably mean nothing.
Good response there from the Lee Sin, knowing that, okay, this is interesting. They're playing a little bit different in the bot side. My bot side is a little bit pushed, so it means I can't take this if Poppy is not around. And knowing that Poppy was probably, they sensed that the Poppy was there, so responded by taking the Rift Herald. Good cross map play. But again, what I have to point out is this bot lane of EggsonToast has been in that position for so long. And
might try to fight here. This is a 2v2. Sylas has the Lissandra ultimate. Lissandra going in, using the ultimate, and Lee Sin falling to the Sylas. Sylas getting that kill. Lissandra having to flash away, but now we see the Gnar go back. There's a blast one available. Will Sylas get this? Oh, flashes into it and manages to catch up with Lissandra. Lissandra freezes in place, but she still has the ultimate available. Uses a Frozen Tomb on herself, but it's just going to delay her death as Gnar is now around. And now this Sylas going from 0-2 to 2-2, getting 2 great kills, big kills as well, onto the people who caused him that early second death.
I don't know if you saw that, but Wild Growth was put on Twitch under turret there, but it didn't seem like they were under fire. But I probably was just for safety. But yeah, I mean, great turn of events there for the Sylas, now going 2-2. And yeah, just a little bit of overextension from the Lee Sin, and not respecting the vision of Poppy.
But we might see another fight happen here. Tahm Kench is attacking this Gnar. He knows that Gnar needs to use meta. Oh, great hook, but does not get the root. Does manage to get the ignite, but Twitch cleanses the ignite as well as the root. The Kai'Sa manages to get the Twitch, but Twitch gets the kill onto the Nautilus. Kai'Sa using Killer Instinct to reposition, get that shield, but Lulu, not enough damage. Cool, the minions finish her off here. Poppy is now pathing, we can see, and there is vision. Kai'Sa does not see this coming. Poppy is going to be able to get this. It looks like Poppy's running in. She's running in really quickly, gets a smite, and gets that ranged auto passing. But Herald falls mid. We did see Lee Sin grab that first tower, and it looks like it might get a second charge. We'll have to see. Does have the Lee Sin ultimate from that hijack, but Herald turns around. Oh, he might see something on Poppy here. Poppy gets the stun onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin not respecting this too well. Doesn't need the Q because of the Poppy, but Poppy gets kicked back. Great flash by Poppy, but Twitch is now around. They get the kill onto the Poppy. Sylas misses his kick, or misses his chain. Gets the kick onto Lissandra through the Lee Sin, and now Lee Sin, this is a 3v2. Nautilus is now around, looting the Sylas. Sylas gets an amazing Kingslayer and manages to kill the Lee Sin. Will they continue to chase the Sylas here? Gets the root onto the Sylas. Sylas manages to run away. Gnar teleported into this fight. Gnar and Lulu are going here, but Lissandra going over. Great hook by the Nautilus, but now Lissandra looks to be caught out here. Gnar leaping forward, gets a double jump and goes onto the Gnar. Here we see Tahm Kench responding. Tahm Kench gets the slow, misses the Q onto the Sylas, and now this is a split fight. They're trying to go for it, but the Mega Gnar gets a huge Mega Gnar onto the Nautilus, as well as the Tahm Kench now having to run away. He's on the defensive, and great wild growth used by the Lulu here. Kai'Sa's now in this fight as well. Poppy is rejoining the fight, and it looks like Tahm Kench will be able to survive, but just by the skin of his teeth because of the arrival of Kai'Sa. What a huge fight. What an extended fight as well.
Actually, that fight was actually going towards EggsonToast, but the hook actually by Nautilus, a little bit of bad synergy there coming out from the Lissandra and the Nautilus. The hook put the Sylas out of the root range. Oh, and this translates to a dragon, but it seems 50-50. Oh, Lee Sin steals it.
Ooh, Lee Sin manages to steal it, getting that kill, and Kai'Sa just absolutely popping the Poppy. Lulu having to flash away, being afraid of the power of this Kai'Sa, and that's something that we have kind of forgotten, right? This Kai'Sa is really fed. She did get killed by the Poppy because she overextended, but look at her, 4-1-1. That Kraken Slayer is huge. They might look to dive here, but we do see Sylas hovering around. They might look for something here. Sylas is still not spotted. Lissandra is now moving towards it. Sylas goes in, gets that Everfrost, goes on to the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa repositioning, but now gets stunned by the Sylas. Lulu is still going down, but the Frozen Tomb onto the Lulu, and now the Nautilus is going to fall here. The Sylas getting a triple kill, and that was unfortunate. While they did get some kills on there, and EggsonToast gave a triple kill to the Sylas, who is now 6-2-2.
This Sylas started 0-2, is now 6-2-2. This is insane coming out from
Lee
this
Sin trying to fight this. I don't know if this is worth it. Gets that Q. Will he go back in? My mind's telling me no, but he decides not to go for it.
Actually, the pop there on the Poppy, I think, is because of the isolated Q fully evolved from the Kai'Sa, because there it is, completed items, Kraken Slayer, 2 long swords. That means level Q is fully evolved. So yeah, and most gold is on the 2 carries that is showing up in the stage right now, which is that Kai'Sa and that Sylas. But they're looking to get a pick up Gnar here.
Gnar is much healthier compared to Tahm Kench here. It doesn't look like I can fight this. Nautilus was spotted as well. Gnar might look to dive this. He is much healthier, and Tahm Kench decides to respect that and backs off.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you look around the map, the gold on EggsonToast is a 2k gold lead, and a lot of that lead is over at that Kai'Sa. If you look over at items, almost 2 completed items. No boots, yes, but I mean, Twitch doesn't even have a completed Blade of the Ruined King, and as you mentioned, with the support items, Shirellia completed for the Lulu. But right now, if we look around the map, we should be expecting a fight for this Herald for Vision first. And if you look around the top side here, there is Vision. The furthest Vision here from the blue side team is EggsonToast, which is in that pixel brush. Other than that, is pretty blind for both teams, and as well as in the Raptor camp.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this game has been about Vision denying, but not a lot of Vision setting up.
Yep.
We do see a lot of sweepers here, right? We see the one on Nautilus, Lulu has one, Poppy has one as well. Obviously, Lissandra will not switch to sweeper ward because he needs it. Nautilus might get spotted out here by the Sylas. Goes in by himself. Oh, Lissandra is here now. This is a 2v1. Sylas stealing the Frozen Tomb from the Lissandra, but manages to just... No, he just gets popped by Lissandra. I thought he was going to use the Frozen Tomb on himself, but giving over a huge shutdown onto this very, very heavy utility pick, Lissandra. They are going to fight for Herald here, it seems. We do see multiple members of FAT. And let's see if a fight begins here. Yes, Nautilus hooking in onto the Poppy. Poppy now getting popped here. Lee Sin getting that kill. Having to use the wild growth onto the Twitch. Twitch trying to kite this out, but Tahm Kench is just way too tanky. It doesn't matter if you have your ultimate available. Doesn't matter if you have the spray and pray. It's not going to do enough. And Gnar just hiding in the back, understanding that his team can't do much.
Yeah, you know, I mean, how many times have they changed that ultimate name? It went from Ratatata to Ratatata or whatever to Spray and Pray. But now, yeah, now it is Spray and Pray, and yeah, just not doing a lot of damage because they do not have the items yet. But with the first build of that Bork, it seems as if that it is going to be that on his build.
Still has the Frozen Tomb available. Frozen Tomb going through and managing to kill the Lissandra. Revenge for what happened just now in the bot lane.
Yep, I mean, this Sylas is just getting a lot of free kills around the map right now. If you look over at the gold lead, it has ballooned over to a 4k gold lead now, and 2 dragons stacking, and as well as a Rift Herald. I mean, right now, EggsonToast has been on the driver's seat so far, but with the dragon coming up, they need to start setting up some vision because there is no vision from any teams there except on the Pixel Brush again from the FAT, but there's nothing that really spots out any specific members from both teams, so both teams gets to move around the shadows for free.
And we do have to mention, right, this is going to be Ocean Soul Point, right? One more dragon. If they take this dragon, EggsonToast is only going to need one more until that Ocean Soul. And Ocean Soul is a very impactful soul for a team who already has quite a bit of built-in healing. We do see the Gnar trying to fight here. Uses the ultimate at the last second onto this Tahm Kench. Tahm Kench now continuing to fight this. Does manage to get a 3rd stack of his passive. Does not elect for the Sun. Manages to go for the Devour. Going for this Gnar, bringing him under tower. Gets a Sun, but Gnar managing to hop away. Gnar trying to get some more autos in. Getting that last auto in and flashing away just in time to get the solo kill onto this Tahm Kench.
Yeah, iCup still showing that he's still got it. 3-0-1. They are setting up for a death brush here with the Kaisa as bait. Let's see if this pays off.
Sylas is by himself here. Sylas managing to get away just in time, but Kaisa going in. Kaisa does have the kill instinct, managing to kill the king himself. He gets that Kingslayer healing, but it's not enough. Kaisa is now by herself though. Gets away, using that W, is trying to get the Poppy is going onto her, but does not get the wall. Uses her exhaust, and now Poppy is by herself with this Kaisa. Poppy does have that shield, but manages to die just to the Nautilus. Nautilus trying to slow down this Gnar, preventing him from doing anything. Tahm Kench has rejoined this fight, and now Gnar going down, and Nautilus getting a double kill onto the Gnar. Twitch also falls to the Nautilus, and now it's just Lulu left. We do see both Lee Sin and Tahm Kench chasing here, and it doesn't look like Lulu is going to do much. Just like in that bot lane play, Lulu has resigned herself and gives over a kill to the Tahm Kench.
Yeah, this Kaisa is just so huge. We thought that I mean, the reason why Poppy isn't as tanky as we usually see the Poppy to be, it's because they did elect to go for that Divine Sunder build and as well as the Face Rush. So there's not much of that tankiness in the build coming out from the Poppy right now. 1-5-1 pick is not looking as hot as it is in pro play. But I mean, if you look over at this Kaisa, 6-2 is pretty insane. That kick on the side.
Okay. If Everfrost landed there, Sylas could have gone for an outplay.
Yeah, actually, the Sylas again. We're seeing the Sylas is still very, very strong. Still has, I mean, the solo laners of the FAT right now is still within reach in terms of gold. They are only 200 gold down, but Gnar is above because of that CS per minute. But yeah, in terms of the jungle, right now this Lee Sin is just out jungling and out rotating this Poppy. Has a lot of the objectives right now, has gotten both Heralds, has gotten all 3 dragons so far in this game, and as you can see, it's just this Lee Sin is way ahead, 1 full level, 1.5 actually, level ahead of this Poppy.
I feel like a lot of that credit comes to the support matchup, right? This Nautilus has fed Kaisa early, and then he's just like, okay, I'll leave you alone. I'll go roam with mid. I'll go roam with jungle now. Right? You can survive on your own. You're good enough. Whereas
Yep.
this Lulu, she's pretty much attached to the hip to this Twitch, and that's simply the case, right? She can't really roam around as well because she's an enchanter. She's not someone who can engage. She's someone who has to disengage, and if this Twitch gets caught out, it's her job to be disengaged again. So she's kind of stuck at the hip and is forced to play this playstyle where she has to remain around her carries as opposed to this Nautilus who can just roam around hunting for picks in a similar way to how they were able to get that early pick on the Sylas at the beginning of that dragon fight.
Yeah, but I don't know if you looked at that, if you saw Twitch at that fight, but Twitch was actually getting a lot of hits onto the Lee Sin, but in the end, it barely did any damage on this Lee Sin because of that death dance already completed, knowing that the main, I mean, they shut down the Twitch. Actually, not much resistance.
Gnar jumping over. He does have
nice.
Mdzcar available. Gets the Mdzcar hit on both of the on two members of EggsonToast, but there is a Devourer used here. Poppy is around. This is a 2v4, however, but Kaisa is too powerful. The stun goes onto the Tahm Kench. The Tahm Kench using his thick skin, managing to get 2 kills. Gnar and Poppy both falling. Sylas trying to go for something, but Kaisa going in now. He does have the killer instinct stolen from Kaisa. Will he go in? No. He decides that it's too risky. This is a 5v2. There's no Twitch in this fight right now. Twitch is just blocking up. Currently, will we see something happen here? Nautilus is seen on a ward here, but they're looking to just secure this tier 1 tower and... Oh, will they go for more? Let's see. Lee Sin is around. Lee Sin does land the Q. Will he go in here? We do not see anything else, and it looks like they will be electing to go for a tier 2 tower here. They will not... I don't believe they have enough wave clear to stop this, right? This take is too quick. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just and there you go. You see, it just gets taken down really quickly by this team. This Kaisa is so ahead, looking for that eye edge already. EQ already completed, already evolved for this Kaisa pickaxe there, and more vision. Knowing that okay, there's gonna be dragon in 150. Let's start putting down some vision around that dragon side, and let's try to get Ocean Soul for even an even stronger siege coming out from this team. But yeah, it seems like EggsonToast took a lot of notes from their first game and their defeat against that Stray Wolves team and just said, okay, if jungle support matchup is gonna affect the game this heavily, we're seeing it right now. This jungler off the fat is struggling very mightily. 1 and 6 compared to this this jungler Lee Sin right now, who isn't really a big pick in the meta right now, is 5 and 2 with almost
Look
with
at the skin he's using. Look at the
Exactly.
skin he's using.
It is that FPX Lee Sin. Actually, I don't prefer that skin as a Lee Sin skin.
Oh,
It's
we
getting
will see a
caught
fight
up
here.
with-
Lee Sin does get caught out, but the Kaisa damage is just too much, and they just leave the Poppy for dead. Teleport coming in as well from Tahm Kench, but there's just nothing they can do. This dragon is going to go straight to the fat. Jungler is down. 40 seconds left, and they're just setting up vision, making sure that they have no lane whatsoever to be able to come into this jungle and contest this dragon.
Yep, up goes the Poppy indeed in that fight. It's just not looking good for the fat
Oh,
team.
Lee Sin going in.
Ooh.
Sylas managing to driving him all the way back. Will Lee Sin get caught out here? Exhaust used onto Lee Sin, but Lee Sin does not continue. Nautilus might get caught out here. Tahm Kench is around, but Kaisa, killer instinct onto the Twitch, and Twitch is now dead.
Ooh.
Kaisa's in the backline, and great frozen tomb by the Lissandra. Nautilus and Lee Sin going for the Gnar here. Gnar having to flash away. Lee Sin continuing to fight this. Will Lee Sin go in? Lee Sin flashes in for a kill here, and the Q. They trade kills. Jungler is down. Tahm Kench now going for this. Sylas manages to get away. Poppy has now rejoined the fight. Will they go for this tier 2? They will. Dragon is now up, and now it's in a case where EOT does not have a jungler. Will they? But it looks like they're going to push the wave so far in where they have to risk so much. Nautilus is now trying to start this. Starts the dragon, but we do see, look at the map. Fat members are moving down. We do see Sylas moving down. It looks like they're going to try to contest this. They really want to contest it, but Tahm Kench is just keeping them away, making sure that they can't stop this. They will keep trying, but Tahm Kench and Lissandra are around. They see them on the sweeper and decide, no, doesn't matter if we have the numbers advantage, doesn't matter if we have smite, we can't stop this. And Ocean Soul for EggsonToast.
Ocean Soul coming out for EggsonToast. This siege has just gone from extremely well to even better. So right now, if you look over at the inventories of this the fat team, it's only 1 healing reduction on the Lulu, and that Lulu doesn't really put grievous wounds that effectively, other than the Q. So yeah, they need to start building more healing reduction, especially from this Poppy, who has been getting hit a lot. and as well as this this Twitch, who can spread that with a spray and pray really easily. But yeah, right now they really do need that grievous wounds, especially because of that mountain soul.
I mean, we do see Lulu have it, so it looks like she's going to be going towards that Chemtech Putrefier, and she's one of the best appliers of it, right? Her, Sona, and Seraphine, with the amount of healing and shielding that they do, it's only natural that there are some of the best people at applying that. Lee Sin going in just to clear this wave, and now all tier 2 towers are down. A lot of map control for EggsonToast, and it looks like they want to try to transition this possibly into a Baron. We'll have to see.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the only objective that is up for them to take now, other than the turrets, is that Baron. They do spot the Poppy
out here. Poppy, oh, they do. Kaisa just going in onto the Poppy. Nautilus flashing it and getting that auto, hooking her back, and then that's just a free kill. Nautilus now using that ultimate onto Gnar, but Gnar manages to double hop away just enough distance to keep him to safety. Will we see some siege coming out here? Sylas is here to defend. We do also have a Mega Gnar available. It looks like they're respecting the fact that they have wave clear, and they're not going to fight, a fight like that.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. They're just transitioning this over to a free Baron buff for them to take. The Poppy being down 1 in 8. This Poppy is not having the performance of, not having the debut performance that they're hoping for, but it is. This is still a long tournament, and they can still pretty much improve in his. But as the fact, there is still that chance to turn around a team fight with a really good ultimate from Sylas, and as well as the Gnar into that Twitch. But that's looking more and more grim as this game does go on.
I mean, it's not impossible though, right? Sylas being fed is someone who can turn the tide of an entire fight, right? Like, we're pointing out a lot of the ultimates that he can steal, and a lot of them can be very powerful, right? We did see that solo kill onto Lissandra earlier in the game, where he managed to Frozen Tomb her through her dash, right? And she managed to get away, but got Frozen Tombed anyways. So we definitely know that he can do something that could change the course of the fight, but what needs to happen is that it needs to transition into more than just a pick on a single member in an entire team fight, right? It needs to be a pick on the side lane, for example, and that's going to be a lot harder, especially now that there's a Baron buff working against them. We do see Lissandra pushing this top lane. We saw Kaisa positioned pretty aggressively in that mid lane just now. It looks like they respected her damage, they respected the amount of gold that she has. Look, she's building towards a GA 4th item. Poppy looking for something here, but she can't really do much. Lee Sin does get the Q. Will he go in? Turret is now down. They are going to take down this inhibitor. A fight might break out here. Sylas stealing the Lissandra Frozen Tomb. Something might happen here. They have the wave clear. They were slow by the Twitch, but they're just respecting it, making sure that nothing else happens, make sure that they don't lose more than just their top side.
Yeah, and right now this Kaisa does have that eye edge completed, so if I were Kaisa, I would be as aggressive as possible as well, because I know that I can out damage anyone in this team, especially this as they do not have a tank at this moment, right? So if you look over at the team, other than Poppy, who is supposedly the tank,
Lee Sin going in, but he does get stunned. Lissandra does manage to go in as well, and they just take out the Poppy one final time. Nautilus does have the ultimate on to the Sylas. Gnar pushing them over, but Kaisa going in with a killer instinct, getting that double kill. Does have that, manages to stopwatch, and she's still alive. She manages to stay alive because of that stopwatch. They mistimed their abilities. Now there's a root onto the Sylas. Sylas is now falling. Lee Sin going, he gets that second Q, but that huge stun! Grabbing the stun onto the Lee Sin under tower. Huge play by ddongjp, and now they're on the back end of this. The health bars are low, but Twitch is looking for something here. Gnar flashing forward and getting the kill onto Lissandra. Nautilus hook going wide, does not connect, and now Gnar is just cutting out this Nautilus. Nautilus is going to fall here as well. Kaisa and Tahm are still alive. Will they look for a fight here? No, they will retreat and accept the fact that they lost that fight. Great base defense by the Fat.
Wow, nice defense coming out from the Sylas there. The ddongjp showing that he is a veteran in this tournament. So right now, even though that bad early start gets that kill under the turret, so that's pretty huge. Keeps the stacks as well. So I mean, as what we can see there, if the fight does go super extended and it does end up turning to become a team fight for the Fat. So, and Kraken Slayer has just been completed by this Twitch, so we need to there it is, the GA on Kaisa with a crit cloak in the inventory. 40 seconds up until this Elder Drake. This is going to be important, and the Fat needs to go against this. They need to contest this, and they cannot give this away for free.
Yeah, but it's going to be difficult. They have super minions working against them, and right now there's not exactly too much vision on their side around that Elder Dragon pit. Elder Dragon is up in 20 seconds, but look at where all of the position, oh, all of the members of EggsonToast are versus where all the members of the Fat are. What they might look for maybe is having EggsonToast start the dragon, and then they'll come in later. But based off the positioning, look, Sylas is still in mid lane. A teleport is now coming in from the Gnar, and it looks like they're going to fight this. Will they manage to get this? They do spot out that ward. Are they starting this? They are. It looks like there's going to be a fight that breaks out here. This is going to be a full 5v5. All 5 members are here. Kai'Sa getting some poke, getting some vision, and they now see what's going on here. We do see only 3 members of EggsonToast. Lissandra off to the side. Layson going in, managing to get stunned. He gets stunned by Poppy. Tahm Kench is now off to the side. Uses and great Poppy ultimate to keep them all away, but the Kai'Sa is still there. Kai'Sa getting a double kill. Will we see more kills from the Kai'Sa here? Gnar jumping in, getting a stun. Oh, does not get the stun. But Kai'Sa now losing her GA. Twitch has been safe this entire fight. The Twitch now falling to the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa gets her 3rd kill, gets her 4th kill. Will this be an unofficial penta? And yes, it's an unofficial penta by the Kai'Sa. And this looks to be game. EggsonToast win over the Fat. Great team fight overall by EggsonToast. Huge play. And this Kai'Sa, that GA purchase, she may have fallen early, but they blew everything on her, and they didn't have anything to respond to her after that GA was finally back.
Wow, great purchase on the GA there, but an unofficial penta. First unofficial pentakill for this tournament. But I don't know if you saw that fight. But Sylas def charged Kai'Sa, and this is the big thing about Kai'Sa. She cancelled it with the E invis, so it didn't end up knocking anyone up as well.